Israel is a world power when it comes to drones for the military and commercial sectors. And my next guest is at the forefront of this industry. Percepto has developed a drone in a box and software that operates autonomously either on demand or on a fixed schedule, allowing for aerial surveillance in dangerous or hard-to-reach locations. And here to tell us all about it is Ariel Avitan, co-founder and CCO of Percepto. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let's jump right in. What exactly does Percepto do?
So Percepto creates a full autonomous systems that you put on the ground, especially in critical sites, and the drone conducts autonomous missions throughout the day. So there's no need for a pilot, and everything is remotely controlled. It provides three main layers of value: security, safety, and inspection, and then collects continuous data so that we can then disseminate it, analyze it, and then insights for the sites themselves.
So let's talk a little bit about the commercial drones industry, right? It's had its ups and downs we've seen, but mainly it's still an ever-growing industry and expanding into more and more fields. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Well, drone started as a big hype, right? Everybody knows about drones, everybody uses drones, but then now it's starting to mellow down into what the actual, what can you do with a drone, right? A lot of commercial companies know what a drones can do, but there's a lot of limitations, of course, the FAA and the regulations that limit the amount of value that the drones can bring. And now we're starting to see, the different kinds of companies, if it's software companies, hardware companies, software and system companies like ours, that start to provide the real ROI to the system and how that system can provide, real tangible, either cost reduction or increase of profitability to the clients. And the drone section is starting to grow. There's, normal drones that you can use at home, but there's like ruggedized systems like ours that are, made to be in very harsh conditions, and drones that are, VTOL, for example, that can go long distances. We're starting to see more and more specific drones for specific use cases, because that's how we can see the ROI at the end.
Right. It's important to let our viewers know that there's basically different categories of drones, right?
Exactly.
There's drones for personal use, for recreation, commercial drones, and then, of course, military drones.
Of course.
Okay, so what makes Percepto unique?
So I think if we take the whole drone category, everybody talks about there's so many competitions and so on, but at the end, the DIB, the drone in a box subcategory, is a very small one, and because it has a lot of AI and machine learning capabilities, that's what enables the drones to be autonomous. There's not a lot of players out there. So Percepto is the forefront there. We're the most deployed system in the world. We have systems from Australia, Singapore, Korea, through Europe, and then Mexico, Chile, and so on. And we use these drones for mainly critical sites. So if it's utilities, we're deployed in a nuclear facility, we're deployed in gas refineries, and then throughout mining, we're the only company that has a system in airbase, which is the most complex environment for these drones. And the drones, because they're fully autonomous, they use AI and machine vision for collecting data and analysis, can provide a lot of value. The first part is taking the human out of the loop in dangerous locations, right? If we're doing security in an area like Mexico, not a lot of people want to do security there. So the drone does the inspection. It has human detection and tracking, and it enables us to increase the security while reducing overall operational costs. The second layer is safety. A lot of these sites have a lot of safety issues, if it's gas leaks or fires and so on. The drone knows how to get that, different kinds of sensors, and fly there and provide better situational awareness. So when you come, when there is an issue like that, the site manager gets a real-time view from a day camera, a throwing camera, and has a better way of addressing the actual issue with a lower time response. And then the third, of course, is inspection. That's what commercial companies buy the drones for. But the ability for us to collect continuous data enables us to start looking at degradation, start looking at different kinds of inspections that are today done either manually or as a service, which is both cost a lot.
So Percepto literally saves lives. And are we going to be seeing drones replace humans in these fields sort of more and more as we go into the future?
Definitely we're going to replace tasks, not humans. The humans actually have to fix something. The drone cannot fix it. But sending someone into
a
chimney, hopefully we're going to see that as well. But sending someone to a very big chimney, or that's a risk factor that nobody needs to do.
Yeah.
You only need to do it when there's something wrong. So send the drone, make sure that he knows how to collect that data. And same with areas that are very dangerous because of gas leaks or gas prawns, fires. locations that are pure pro blasts, for example, in mining, there's no need to send a person. But we're not there for replacing people. We're there to making sure that the site is much more efficient. The ability for us to always look at the site, collect that data, and then disseminate it makes other people work faster, and then that means that that site is much more productive and safe, which is the biggest concern for the big oil and gas utilities and mining companies.
And you talked a little bit about the technology. Can you expand on that a little bit?
So Percepto started as a machine vision company. We never started as a full system company. What we did at the beginning is create a small module that enables DJI drones to run after people, right? We're using machine vision. But what we understood is that companies like Shell or BP or NL won't buy a technology. They want to buy a full solution that provides them value. So we took the technology that enables us machine vision capabilities, that enables us full autonomous systems, and created a hardware on top of it. And that enables us now to have a system that is cost efficient, has a very big ROI on the missions that they do, and use machine vision for that specific tailing. And now we're using our machine vision department to create anomaly detection on the fly and in real time, gas detection, fire detection, and so on, just adding more and more tasks that today humans are doing, right? Make them autonomous, make them automatic, so now we can do it with less risk to the people and more effort for our clients.
And that's a key phrase you mentioned, sort of an end-to-end solution that you provide, because, for example, it's no secret that DJI sort of dominates the market, right? They have, I think, over 70% share, something like that. And so is that how Percepto is able to compete with such a giant?
I think that DJI creates systems that are from hobby to prosumer. There's no real heavy ruggedized systems. For example, this drone, our drone, the Sparrow, can work in ruggedized rain. Is ruggedized to work in rain, snow. We're working in Milwaukee in February, and we're working in the deserts of Mexico, and the system works. And that's what we're putting a lot of emphasis on, because usually an oil and gas refinery won't be in the middle of Manhattan. It's going to be in a ruggedized location. So we're putting a lot of emphasis, and that DJI are not in there. The second thing is that it's not only about the actual hardware, which is DJI is a master in doing. It's also about the way you work and what kind of software do you add to it to make sure that the data is disseminated into insights, and that these insights can be sent to the clients to take action. And that's a lot of our work. Like if you take the whole Percepto company, 70% of it is software engineers, not hardware engineers, because we put a lot of emphasis on how to collect that data, but then what do we do with that data to make insights for our clients.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time
to
speak with us today.
Thank you.